starstruck today. She is a force to be reckoned with. I'm so excited to be today with Anette Landeros.
Hello.
President of the Fort Worth Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you. This is so much fun. It's always great to see you, Paulina.
Likewise. So there has been a fantastic couple of years for you on a personal level, professional level. You got married. You had a kid.
Yes.
And so I was wondering, how is that influenced the way you approach work now?
So yes, all of these things happened very quickly. And while I was transitioning into this new role with the Fort Worth Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, which I've been here for about a year. And so definitely, I think that one of the things I've learned is just rolling with change, which has been really useful during this, pandemic in 2020. When taking over the chamber, I knew that, I was having a child, and those are things that you can plan for and you can prepare for. One thing that we did not prepare for was to be in the middle of a pandemic and an economic downturn at the same time. And so really just the theme in this season of life is just rolling with change. Each change comes with its, positive aspects and some, more challenging aspects as well. But recognizing that, if you just kind of make the best of the positive sides of things and utilize the challenging aspects as an opportunity for growth, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really just going to buckle down and just, keep moving forward, even though this isn't like the, most fun season maybe we've had in terms of different, social interactions. But there is some positive aspects that we can just stay focused on and, keep everyone safe and happy.
And you're always very optimistic, and your happiness is contagious. So I'm pretty sure that, your leadership is being appreciated here at the chamber.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely one of the things that we've really hit on at the chamber is silver linings. We realized that businesses were, we were talking about all the hard things, like having to find PPE, having to, navigate applying for financial resources, shutdowns, hours of operation. That it was, if without stopping and focusing on the silver linings, it's really easy to just go to a dark space. You know what I mean? And so we are just trying to keep things lighthearted as we can, and recognizing that, at one point we are going to get through this. And right now we just have to stay positive.
For sure. Now, months ago, we exchanged a little bit of communications regarding our 2020 festival. Unfortunately, that was canceled. But you told me you were really excited about, our offerings this year, which included La Bohème, Die Fledermaus, and the world premiere of Soto. So you are not a stranger to Fort Worth Opera. Why do you like it so much? And what would you tell people, reasons to give opera a chance, as I say?
I would say I'm not only a fan of opera, I'm a huge fan of the Fort Worth Opera. I really have to give it to you all a nod, not just in the opera industry, but in the arts in general. You all have been the most intentional, the most thoughtful about really bringing the greater community and more diverse demographics to the arts. I am absolutely in love with what y'all did with the Noches de Opera, initiative that you had. I enjoyed Cruzad. I enjoyed El Pasado, all of those. I remember tears just rolling down my cheeks because you all, the fact that there was mariachis with opera is something very moving. But the themes that you all were bringing to the stage are often untold, beautiful tales of resilience in the Latino community. You all used your art form to communicate and to touch this new demographic. And so it was so exciting to be there in the theater with people who possibly this was their first opera because it was the first time that it spoke to them. But you all have just done above and beyond a fantastic job to showing the opera in the middle of Sundance Square as well, because knowing that sometimes Bass Hall can be an intimidating atmosphere. Mm-hmm. I think you all set the bar so high, and you all should be very proud of that, because I think that kind of innovative and thoughtful approach is what challenges all of us as leaders to really make sure that we're considering inclusivity and really making sure that we're inviting others by being thoughtful in our approach.
thank you so much for that.
Of course.
Now, as a community leader, we know, people that live in Fort Worth and love this city. There's so much work that we still have to do. But, if we don't do it together, nothing will happen. So what will be your message to the community during this time and then preparing for afterwards?
Yeah, I think that right now, Fort Worth, we are in a period of rapid growth. And I think that it's the word rapid is super important, because I know that, every city is experiencing some growth, but what makes it really unique for Fort Worth is the speed by which we are growing. You know what I mean? And the demographics that are growing as well. In Texas, the Latino population is large in the 5 largest cities, and we are actually the smallest of the 5 largest, but we are the fastest growing Latino community in the state of Texas here in Fort Worth, and people don't realize that. So that rapid aspect means that change is happening a lot faster than what other folks have experienced. And so it's really important to give ourselves grace, you know what I mean? And the fact that, we're adjusting to even like the smaller things, like you making sure that resources are available in different languages, making sure that, we're thinking about, like I had mentioned, inclusivity. All of those things are things that we're having to think very, very fast, because we're growing so quickly. But luckily we've also become this magnet of talent. I know you all have a new director as well. So there is a magnet of talent that's bringing in amazing people from outside of Fort Worth, and also rising some really amazing leaders here locally as well. So I do believe that the talent that we have that's coming to Fort Worth, that's really breeding here locally as well, is passionate, is dedicated, is ready to, continue the work and make sure that we're growing in a very thoughtful way. We want to make sure that, our schools are setting up our children for success, that our universities are setting them up for the jobs that are going to allow them to have fantastic, pathways to provide for their families and accomplish their dreams. We're making sure that the companies that are here are, welcomed, but they also recognize that they're an important part of this fabric as well. We're making sure we're supporting who we are, which is culture. I mean, the arts to what's going on just down the street in the stockyards. Everything that we're doing is very intentional, but I think that there needs to be a level of grace as well. I appreciate everything that we are doing to push our city forward. And I think that we're going to get there, and with all change is challenge. But I think that we're going to come out ahead if we all just continue to work together, to challenge ourselves, to continue to innovate, to strive for more, to want better, and to, really become the city that we want for our families.
For sure. Thank you so much for chatting with us again. And, we love to be partners with the Hispanic Chamber, and once again, congratulations, and let's just keep
growing.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.